but that's better than committing one mortal sin.
It is?
Yeah, Ryan, you could die with like 1,000,000 venial sins on your soul and still go to heaven. But if you commit one mortal sin,
Yeah.
and you don't go to confession, that's the ball game.
Right. How am I going to tell Father my first mortal sin? Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This past week I committed Father, I stole $5 my dad left on the kitchen table. I sure would hate to go to hell for a lousy $5. I mean, crying for all eternity, being in hell.
Don't worry. If you obey God's law, you'll go to heaven.
Well, actually, I'm not in any great hurry to go to heaven either. I mean, I like it right where I am. You see, I don't catch on to things too fast, Father. Well, like in school, we have special reading groups that the nuns made up. Well, the really smart kids, like Mary Kinney, are in the Cardinals. The average kids are in the Robins. And the dumb kids, like me, are in the Sparrows. The nun said she might have to come up with a special group just for me. Depke says they're going to call it the Droppings.
Why did you steal the money?
Well, the nuns are using our mission money donations this month to buy pagan babies. For every $5 we put into a class box, we buy a pagan baby. We even get to name it. Well, I was the very first kid to buy his very own pagan baby. And I wanted to name mine Trigger. That's Roy Rogers' horse. The nun wouldn't go for it, so she wrote down the name Francis on the form. Francis! That night I had a nightmare that the baby grew up, came to America, and hunted me down for naming him Francis.
When did you steal the money?
Last Sunday afternoon. That's the worst time to commit a mortal sin because we don't have any confessions till the following Saturday, so I was eternally damned for at least a week. The worst week of my life. But I made it, and here I am.
All right, then. Are you sorry for your sins?
Yes, Father.
Then for your penance, say 5 Our Fathers and 5 Hail Marys. And to help you with your trouble in school and all, try praying to the patron saints.
Patron saints? Saint Christopher, patron saint of travelers. I'm going nowhere, but you can be my guide. Saint Anthony, patron saint of things that can't be found. I'm not lost, I'm only trying to hide. Saint Raymond, patron saint of the falsely accused. I didn't do it. Okay, I did. Saint Nicholas, patron saint of children, hear my plea, let them know I'm just a kid.
The patron saints only want to help you.
The patron saints want to help me.
When you're in a jam, they get you off the hook.
But I'm always in a jam, Father.
For every little malady, a saint's got a remedy. They're up in heaven, but their names are in the back of the book.
St. Thomas, patron saint of Catholic schools. I'm really trying. I know I'm slow. So glad. St. Dismas, patron saint of prisoners. Can you get me out? Intercede.
Please intercede.
On my behalf.
Saint George, Saint Winifred, Saint Nancy, and Frank, Saint Boy Scout, a virgin,
'em a call.
How come nobody ever told me this before?
When you're stuck in a catastrophe, a safe has got a master key. Just call her number, 'cause no order is too large or small.
Headaches,
Headaches, pray to St. Teresa.
St. Joseph, Master, and going crazy.
Crazy agents don't really care.
St. Louis, Cardinals. Such a hopeless situation.
St. Jude knows your desperation.
I'm a lost cause. St. Jude, hear my prayer.
Go in peace, my son.
I'm free. That's it. I'm free. Woo! I'm free from sin. Free. That's the greatest feeling in the world, Father. Free.
Ryan,
Yes, Father?
my mother's name was Frances.
Oh, Ben. Guess what? I just got accepted into St. Brimmer's High School.
Eddie, that's great! Oh, at St. Anne's, they told me that in my first year I can take both Latin and trigonometry.
Gosh, 2 foreign languages. I hope you're going to have time to still help me with my homework, if I need it.
Sure, Eddie.
Sure, go what? Ooh, I gotta go. Bye.
Boys, now that you're in the 8th grade and only a few months away from starting high school, it's time that you once again pray to God and ask Him if you don't truly have a vocation. Perhaps you're one of the special few that has been chosen by God for the priesthood. Now think about it, boys.
Well, maybe.
And if you have any questions about the many seminaries in the area...
Father, is it a sin to eat meat on Friday if you're on a ship out in the ocean and you're crossing the international date line? Well, the front of the boat is, but I'm on the back part of the ship. I'm about to eat this hot dog quick. It's not an all-meat hot dog, Father. It's got a lot of filler.
According to the laws of the Holy Mother Church...
Oh, and speaking of mothers, is it a sin if you have these 2 goldfish and they die? And my mother, instead of burying them, she flushes them down the toilet?
It wouldn't make any difference since they're obviously not Catholic.
Yes, they are. I should know because my mother won them at bingo.
Lois!
Is it a sin, Father?
Yes, it is, Louis. Now sit down. Where was I? As young Catholic men, you should avoid all members of the opposite gender who are publics. If you associate with non-Catholic girls, you run the risk of becoming seriously involved with one. And before you know it, you end up marrying her without fully realizing the tremendous consequences of what you've done. Now, if a non-Catholic marries a Catholic, what must the non-Catholic do?
Oh, I know.
Phooey, Louis, sit down. Michael.
Well, my old man is a non-Catholic. I mean, my father is a non-Catholic. And he told me what he had to do.
And what did your father tell you, Michael?
Told me how to sign his life away.
Shut up and sit down. Remember, boys, if you never date a non-Catholic girl, you're never going to find yourself involved in the next marriage.
Barney Biscoe did.
And who is Barney Biscoe?
He's my cousin, Father. And his mother wouldn't allow him to date non-Catholic girls, but he got involved in a mixed marriage anyway.
That's impossible. Who did he marry?
Somebody named Bob.
Shut up and sit down.
Carolyn, you just sit there. They got
Sit down, girls.
It's like Artie Finnegan. She loves it.
Girls, now that we are on retreat, we're going to discuss a few topics that concern the 2 genders. Masculine gender and feminine gender.
All right.
You must never wear black patent leather shoes because they reflect up.
Yes, sister.
And you must never wear pearls because they reflect down.
Yes, sister.
You must never go to a restaurant that serves on white tablecloths because that reminds the boys of bed.
Yes, sister.
If you are in a car and you must sit on a boy's lap, make sure there is a telephone book between you. Girls, I've mimeoed some info I think you might find helpful.
Concerning making out,
What you should know, it is a mortal sin to
1. Pet. Feeling around in the wrong places.
2. Neck. Both heads on each other's shoulders and embracing. 3. French kissing. Touching tongues. Blech.
Yeah. 4. It is also a sin to kiss passionately. A kiss becomes passionate when it lasts more than 5 seconds, or when there are a number of kisses with intervals of less than 2 minutes.
Great. Kissing good is hard enough. Now I have to learn how to handle a stopwatch.
5. Going all the way. Together or alone.
Girls, also, you must keep in mind that boys have only 2 basic drives, sex and hunger. Once they take care of one, they will go after the other. That is why most rapes occur near restaurants.
A few years ago, there was a boy about your age. Let's say his name was Johnny Jones. Now, Johnny Jones was a good Catholic boy. He went to Mass and Holy Communion once a week. He obeyed his parents, and he treated his little sister like a human being. The only thing that Johnny Jones did wrong was he kept dirty pictures in his wallet. Now, one day, Johnny Jones stepped off of a curb and was run over by a truck. It broke both of his arms and both of his legs. It crushed his skull, and all of his ribs were cracked, and he was bleeding all over the street. But this wasn't his problem, boys. His problem was that as the ambulance rushed him to the hospital, he knew that in a very few minutes his parents would be right behind and they would find those disgusting pictures in his wallet. Even if Johnny Jones had been lucky enough to die, he still couldn't have avoided the embarrassment. Finding dirty pictures in your wallet is not something that can be skipped at a eulogy. It would have to be mentioned.
Sure, I'm glad I don't keep dirty pictures in my wallet.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Gentlemen, your teenage years lie just ahead. It's time that certain private things be said. There'll be changes in your bodies and temptations in your paths. Your voices will get lower and you'll need to take more baths. So imitate the saints and purify your hearts and ignore the urges of your private parts. Don't think through thoughts about a woman's form. Eternity's a long time and hell gets awful warm. Your idle hand will get you into trouble. So don't pay attention to your private parts. Don't touch yourselves, no matter how you yearn. Not even just a little, or you'll burn, burn, burn. So you better leap into an ice cold shower. And don't pay attention to your private parts.
Sex is for procreation. It's not used for recreation.
No, you can't hide your habits from your family and your friends. From the first touch, your secret starts to show. First the pimples, then the warts. Your growth becomes stunted. Your brain turns to jelly. Till the shade of your hair turns to horror. Then the terror as the hair on your mouth begins to grow. So keep your mind above your thoughts and your thoughts out of the sewer. Cause an evil thinker's just as guilty as an evil doer. Oh, your private parts will get you into trouble.
Keep them out of sight. Keep them out of mind. You've got to do what's right or end up dead, dumb, and blind.
So don't
Pay attention to your private parts.
Okay, girls, let's review from this morning. If you think of doing it, then it's called
An impure thought.
If, God forbid, you go ahead and do it anyway, then it's called
An impure act.
If you do it with your husband,
The marriage act.
and if you do it with someone other than your husband.
Adultery.
And if you don't do it at all,
Holiness.
and God forbid, if you do it with yourself,
Self-abusement.
I thought it was self-amusement. Remember, girls, if you go too far, you will lose your immortal souls to the eternal fires of hell.
Oh no.
Becky, how far is too far?
I don't know.
Virginia?
What a jerk.
Mary?
Well, I'm thinking.
How far is too far? How far is all the way? Is too far to New Jersey? Oh, they never really say. Is all the way a feeling or something that you do? Well, I'll never ask the question.
again the slate is clean. It's finally over, thank heaven it's ended. It's time for the last 8 years of hell to be transcended. We finally did it, we're going to high school. We're gonna walk out of grammar school alive, we won't be back again.
Say cheese!
Cheese! When I have the cool off, I'm gonna be high school. When I have the big stuff wrong, I'll be in high school. We're gonna wear high school jackets on our backs. Stop the girls right in their tracks. No more nuts!
No more boys like eternity and boys. They'll be over at me, brother, cracking jokes and making noise.
I'll work on the yearbook.
I'll play basketball at my school.
I'll promote school spirit, cause we're going into high school.
High school for the summer, then
duo pray. When our skies are smiling.
Okay, turn the lights.
Gosh, there is right here.
Nice lights, Mary.
Thanks, Felix.
Turn them up a little brighter. I'm trying to get a tan.
Hey, Felix.
Virginia, don't ask boy crazy.
Yes, sister. Virginia.
Welcome, girls from St. Anne's to the St. Patrick Brewer High School mixer. There's punch and cookies in the back of the gym. No walking around with the cookies, though, promise you know. No smoking, and I don't want to see any hands in pockets.
Father, does that
I don't want to hear it, Lewis.
Hey, what are you reading there, Ryan? St. Brewer High School Handbook. There's a lot of rules. Listen to this. Every student's required to wear a jacket, a tie, and a belt.
Well, terrific. I don't have to wear any pants.
Hey guys, don't forget what I told you about looking cool.
Hey, why do they call these things mixing? Nobody's mixing.
Come on, Louie, you and me.
I'm gonna kill you for that.
Oh, come on, let's forget about these grapes. Let's dance.
Hey guys, you know what my older brother told me? He told me that when girls get older, they get just as hot and bothered as guys do.
Really?
Yeah. So when they get to be a certain age, they want it all the time. They're always on fire.
Gosh, I'm just gonna run from them like one girl to the next.
Can't do that. Well, my older brother also says that when guys get older, they tend to, slow down a little bit. He says to me, Mike, when the time comes, you gotta pace yourself.
Why?
Well, you can't put out the fire if the hose is all rolled up.
Hey guys, check it out. A slow song. Just right away. Hey baby, you wanna dance? You wanna dance?
Sure.
Virginia, leave room for the Holy Spirit.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen. Why aren't we dancing?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Dance! Yes.
You want to dance or what?
Okay.
Becky,
Eddie.
gosh, I didn't recognize you. You look a lot different from the last time I saw you.
Do I?
You lost some weight.
Yeah.
You lost a lot of weight. Kept it in all the right places. I didn't mean that dirty. I meant it as a compliment.
Oh, I know. Well, you really do look terrific.
Thanks.
Mary? at school?
Really? Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, last week I bought a 180 tit. Two.
You know, Becky, you really do look terrific.
What have you been doing, Eddie? Buy any pagan babies lately?
No, I don't do that stuff anymore. That was a long time ago. Oh, Becky, could I call you sometime?
Sure.
How about tonight?
Tonight? I'm here tonight. But you can call me tomorrow night.
Okay.
Oh, everybody to the body hop!
The dance is now officially over. Come on, what do you mean the dance is over? It's not even... You know, guys, I was just gonna say, we ought to go home now.
I'll be seeing you, Eddie.
Well, I'll call you tomorrow night.
Becky, come on. My father's waiting outside for us. Bye, Eddie.
Bye. Holy smokes, who'd have guessed? She picked me out from all the rest. I'll probably strike out on an outside pitch. Who knows? One of these days I'm bound to get lucky, and I just might strike it rich. I must be in love. I feel like a hero. I just won the game, 100-0. Is it a fluke? Is it a crush? These things that I'm thinking could make a kid blush. I can't be, but I must be. They say that love hurts. Don't tell me I know so. Stung by the pitch like Minnie Minoso. I'll take my base, drive in a run. Can't hide my feelings and they've only begun. And I feel like dancing too close. Here's to the fun you find at a mixer. Here's to the nuns for making us mix. I've got to be cool, I've got to act older. I feel like a fool, cause I just want to hold her. I must be in love, Lord, make me a winner. Have mercy on this unoriginal sinner. Teach me the rules, I'll play the game. Humor or rumor, to me it's the same. And I can't be, but I must be in love. Here's to the nuns for kernels of wisdom. Here's to the father for words to the wise. Can a romance fit into the system? Will somebody guide me, explain what's inside me? She gave me a hello, a major league star, can afford to be mellow. Finally at bat, now it's my turn, and beginners in love have a whole lot to learn. I can't be, but I must be.
the average teenage guy has one sexual thought every 17 seconds. Man, that's hard to believe.
Sure is. What do they do with the other 16?
Oh, good evening.
Oh, good evening, Father.
Good evening. Oh, a little chilly out tonight, isn't it?
Yes, Father.
You know, I can't seem to find my gloves. I sure wish I had something or someone to help me keep my hands warm. Good evening.
Good evening, Father. Well, here we are. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, well, I guess I better get in.
I'll call you tomorrow night.
Oh, I won't be home tomorrow night. But I'll see you in church on Wednesday.
What's Wednesday?
Ash Wednesday, Mr. Ryan. You know, the beginning of Lent.
Oh, yeah, that means it's going to be Easter. Time to color the old Easter eggs. I think I'll hard-boil mine this year.
You know, you're a very religious person.
Thanks.
What are you giving up for Lent? And don't say homework.
I'm not giving up anything.
Why not?
Well, me and Depke and the other guys were talking. Depke's older brother says that religion is silly. I mean, the whole idea about the whole thing is living in fear. Like, what happens if you eat meat on Friday, you go to hell? Like, suffering forever for one lousy piece of meatloaf. And Depke's older brother says that's silly.
I agree.
You do?
Yes, I do. But I still think not eating meat on Friday is a good idea. It's a way of reminding ourselves that we're Catholic. It's a small inconvenience that reminds us who and what we are.
Maybe. You know what else Depke's older brother says?
Exactly what does Depke's older brother believe about God?
Nothing.
In other words, he's an atheist?
Yeah. A very devout one.
Well, you never answered my question. Are you going to Mass on Wednesday?
Look, I don't need ashes on my forehead to remind me I'm going to die someday. Speaking of Mass, who's that guy I saw you with on Sunday?
Oh, that was Larry.
Larry? Larry who? What's his last name?
That is none of your business.
If you asked me a question like that, I'd answer it.
I would never ask anyone a question like that.
How come every time I turn around these days, I see you with some guy who looks like Pat Boone?
Look, who I choose to be with and what I do when I'm not with you is no concern of yours. Oh, sometimes you act like you think you're my father.
Well, if I was, I wouldn't let you go out with morons like that.
Morons, look who's talking. Your grades in school are terrible. Perhaps you'd be better off spending more time with your books than spying on me.
Cram it!
I don't have to stay here and listen to that.
Well, go inside, Miss Purity. I hope you can find it in your heart someday to forgive me. Gee, Becky, with all this religion stuff, you should think about becoming a nun.
I have.
Really?
Yes. I have.
Really? I mean, you really thought
Eddie, this
about
isn't
it?
the time to discuss
Well,
it.
go inside if you can't give me a straight answer.
Why is it that sometimes we can talk like we're the other side of each other's souls? And other times,
Come on, Becky, get to the
you
point.
act so immature and childish.
Now, you sound like my father. Good night.
Eddie, wait. Why? What is it makes you so mad? What did I do that is so